Welcome back, video number 2 of the day. I have a very special video for you now. What is the best mid-range that Cerwin-Vega ever used and built and put in their models? What do you think? Let me know down in the comment below and I'll give you mine. There's two models that stands out, even better than the Peerless that they used in the CVT series. Even better than the well, let me do it like this. When I think about it, there's 3 models that are really good. In third place, the PM7 that was used in the 380 SE and the CD90. Awesome mid-range, really good detailed warm sound, and if you pair those speakers up with a good quality amp, I'm talking about a good quality hi-fi amp, not some high-powered pro audio amp. If you put a Cerwin-Vega speaker that has the PM7 mid-range in it, up with, let's say, a Parasound or Electro Company, you know the amps that I talked about in the other video, or Krell, Emotiva, or even a Rotel. Oh my god. Those mid-ranges sing really good. They were made to specs. They were based on a production line model from Peerless, but a little bit of changes was done to fit into the 380 SE. Really good sounding mid-range, and it's a 7-inch, so it has a little bit of an edge over others that are like 6.5, or even 5.25. They can handle a little bit more. They sound a little bit more effortless in many cases. Now the next one is the MF61. 1 second. Here we go. This is probably the second best mid-range Cerwin-Vega ever used. It is heavy as shit. It is really heavy. If you never held one, I urge you to find one and lift it up and hold it. It is heavy. I haven't weighed it, but I have a scale somewhere that I can probably weigh it, but it is heavy. Look at that magnet. This is good stuff. So let me put it back on the shelf because I'm afraid to break it, because these are hard to find now. So the MF61 is number 2 on my list as the second best ever made mid-range that Cerwin-Vega used. It has a very distinctive sound. If you have listened to any other models that have the MF61, and I can take one, the 12TR for instance. Oh my god, it is so well rounded, very detailed, and it has the old school paper cone. And paper cone is, in my mind, is absolutely the best recipe to achieve good sound quality. I don't like this polyfiller paper cone, mixed hybrid paper cones. I don't like the carbon fiber paper cones, plastic paper cones. I don't. For subs, they're okay, but for something that's going to reproduce voices, to me, paper cones is really doing the trick. Now, I have the next one that is on the list, to me, which is the best one sounding. I have them somewhere. I have 2 pairs. I have 4 of them. And let's see if I have the box up here or if it's in storage. No, it's in storage. But the big brother of the MF61, can you guess what that is? Exactly, the MF81. It was used in some other models. A little bit different build up on the cone. It has like a riffles, like the, you know, not as many, but some, as the ripples on the AT woofer. The MF81, if I remember correctly now, I think was used in the 15T and some other big models. Wasn't used as much as the MF61, was phased out. There was not. I wasn't as long on the market as the MF61, but there's something about the MF81 that really capture you because it had this 8-inch to start off with, so it has a bigger cone area. It has a paper cone like the MF61. A little bit. It's a treated paper cone, so it's a little bit thinner, um, which makes it really, really efficient. The sound on it is. I have heard that MF61 in a custom built cabinet. And they used some ScanSpeak tweeters. They used the MF81 and they used an 18-inch Cerwin-Vega EB188, and they used they bought some crossovers off, I think it was off of eBay, and they just slotted it in, and it sounded really good. And then they built, because they want to get these speakers up and running. Then they built custom-made crossovers for that speaker, where they was using 1% capacitors, and they bought everything from Mundorf. And I'm a Mundorf guy. If you're gonna change everything in the crossovers, Mundorf. I can to as our emergency go to and get some of the stuff that the Parts Express has, but Mundorf for me. So they built a three-way crossover with Mundorf parts, and they hooked this up. And that speaker is probably some of the best custom speakers I have ever listened to. The mid-range was singing like, it was crisp, it was detailed, it was very roomy. It was like, it sounded way bigger than what it was. And I can remember they played Diana Krall and Kari Bremnes CDs. And if you haven't heard Kari Bremnes, her voice is like silk. And it sounded like freaking silk when you heard it. So that's probably my favorite mid-range that Cerwin-Vega has used and manufactured up through the years. So in first place, the MF81. In second place, the MF61, the little brother. And then you have, in third place, you have the PM7 from the 380 and the CD90. Those to me are the three best mid-ranges that Cerwin-Vega have built and used. An honorable mention is the mid-range in the DX9. Very good mid-range. Very good. Very good. Can't touch the other three, but it's right behind. So there you go. The best mid-range that Cerwin-Vega have used.